We were taking a vacation in the UK, when we come across a restaurant pub with a penchant for hot spicy food. On a side table, they had a collection of hot sauces you could order or just add to your food. While we were sitting, eating and chatting, a kid of about 10 to 12 with a strong American accent approaches the sauce table and asks a server to try one of the sauces. Something with a scary, ungodly name. I think he was attracted by the name and the totally metal artwork. The server says that the sauce is extremely strong, and he wouldn't want him to get hurt. The kid starts insisting. The server can't even reply before, from one of the nearby tables, comes an "excuse me" in the same accent the kid was using. A very overweight, but not obese, woman swivels on her chair, and approaches the scene while saying, "Is the custom here to refuse service to paying customers?" Exact words. The guy replies that he's sorry, he was only concerned for the kid. Mother says that he doesn't need to concern himself with other people's children, and her son likes spicy food anyway. The poor guy tries again to explain that the sauce, damn I swear I remembered the name until 5 minutes ago, is not merely spicy, but the mum cuts him off with a fine. "I'll have a taste then, you won't object to that." He says of course not, and even hands himself a craft stick dipped in the sauce to her. They return to their table, the server returns to his job. Hardly 10 seconds go by, and the kid lets out a prolonged wail, starts coughing and crying, and generally acting like a kid in severe pain. Yes, the mother had handed him the stick from hell without even tasting it. But that's not the best part. She then starts to scream bloody murder, calling for the manager, security, the police, and maybe the UN and a couple of saints to join in. She makes such a fuss that, after most servers and the manager get there, 2 policemen who were just passing by arrived. In the chaos, she is accusing the server of maliciously giving her son the stupidly hot sauce, because he didn't like him, and that he told them he hated them because they were Americans. The guy was panicked and was getting too apologetic to actually defend himself, but the manager was quicker on his wits, and managed to get the server, the mother and the policeman to follow him to the office, because it turns out there were security cameras. Now, we were done eating, but we wouldn't have missed the conclusion even if they had paid for our meal, so we waited a bit. Something like 10 to 15 minutes go by. The kids seem to calm down eventually, presumably lesson learned. Suddenly, there's a commotion from the back, and the mother is carried out and away by the policeman, while she's in a full tantrum, kicking and screaming, and demanding to call her embassy and whatnot. The poor man, who I assume was her husband, gets on his feet, and tries to calm her down and to understand what's happening. The 2 policemen explain that after reviewing the tape, she grabbed that very VHS tape, yes, they were using VHS, from the office desk and smashed it on one of the policemen's head, who had simply asked her why did she lie about something that serious. I then noticed one of them had a bump, scratch on the side of his forehead, and thus she was being arrested, or detained. I'm not from the UK and don't remember exactly. Just, how stupidly entitled can you be to smash a cop on the head with the very evidence of you lying to them?